Hey guys, Hello Bella here. In this video, I'm going to be doing a tag video. It's 50 questions you've never been asked, and hopefully that is true. I haven't looked these over, so I'm just going to go through the list and see. So the first question is, what is your favorite candle scent? That would be sandalwood or pumpkin spice. I hate to say pumpkin spice because that's so basic, but it's like honestly one of the best candles. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Tyra Banks, because I used to watch the Tyra Banks show every day after school and I was like obsessed with her. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Ooh, that's a good one. Can it be stepbrother? Because if so, James Franco. Woo, he fine. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Hopefully I never get married. I don't really want to get married. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me, but like I just don't really feel like marriage is that big of a deal. I kind of like doing my own thing, so but if I did get married, I think I would be older, like towards, I would probably say I would get married when I'm in my late 30s. If I ever got married, I'm 30, 35, 38, somewhere in there. Do you know a hoarder? No, actually. Can you do a split? No, I can't even do like a half a split. I'm not flexible at all. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? I think I was probably like 6 or 7. Like it was probably about the time that I was going to kindergarten, because I was super scared to like take my training wheels off, and my grandpa like pretty much made me take them off. How many oceans have you swam in? I don't really know, honestly. I've been to the ocean in like Florida, but I've also been to the ocean on like a tiny island. So I don't know. I've really bad at geography too. How many countries have you been to? I've been to Italy, Germany, Austria, Ireland, France, and Haiti, Costa Rica. That's all I can think of right now. That's pretty good for someone from Alabama. We don't get out much. Is anyone in your family in the Army? No, they're not, but my mom actually works for the Army. She's like a DoD contractor, so we have a lot of experience with working on Army bases and in conjunction with the Army. What would you name your daughter if you had one? I really don't know. I kind of like traditional names. Like I don't like all of these new names that people are coming out with, like Tinsley or something like that. Like it sounds, there's a lot of names that people are naming their children now that I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna be a great name. What would you name your son if you had one? Probably something really simple, like a 4-letter name or something like really like one syllable. Like I like the name James. Just simple names. I think traditional names are good for sure. And you know, I also really like people who do like a last name as a first name, like Ford or Colt or something like that. Those are kind of cool names. What's the worst grade that you ever got on a test? I think I probably bombed some math tests. I probably got like F's on some math tests, or at least like 60s. I was not really into math, and I was just not there for it. I hated math class. I felt like I didn't have a very good grasp on it, and I just never wanted to do it. I was one of those kids who was like, I don't really know what the point of this is. I wish we could do more math that was involving like financial things, because we would be doing like all this stuff on a graphing calculator, and I'm like, this is just ridiculous. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? So when I was like younger, like probably 11 or 12, I used to watch Boy Meets World like every single day. I also watched the Powerpuff Girls when I was younger, and then I probably watched a lot of like Nickelodeon stuff, like SpongeBob, like typical 90s kid lineup of shows. What did you dress up for Halloween as when you were 8? I really don't know. I probably was like a witch or something. I was always trying to be something really scary. I remember like wanting to be like a demon or something, and mom telling me that I couldn't be that because we had to go to the church trunk or treat, and I was like, I just want to be like a demon. She was like, you can't be that, and I was like, well, that's what I want to be. So I was really like always into the really scary costumes. I still haven't figured out how people get into this slutty costume, because I just want to be scary or weird. I don't want to be slutty. Like, can we just make Halloween great again? Like, have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? So I've read every Twilight book except for Midnight Sun. Haven't got to read that one yet. And I've read every Hunger Games book at least twice. I've read the first one 3 times, and I've also read the newest one, which is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think. I've read that one, so I've read all of those. I read like the first 3 or 4 Harry Potter books when I was really young, but I feel like I need to reread them because I didn't really get a good grasp on what I was reading at that time. So, but yeah, I think that of all of those, The Hunger Games is definitely my favorite, but also like Twilight, I'm totally planning on reading Midnight Sun. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I really like other people's accents, and that's one of my favorite parts of traveling is like other people hearing my accent and then me getting to hear their accent, because I have a really like kind of thick southern accent. But I think I would probably keep my American accent, honestly. I don't really know that much about British accents other than like whenever I listen to British people talk on like a British show, it takes me a minute to figure out what they're saying. Like I can't comprehend the words, so maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. Did your mother go to college? Oh my God, I feel triggered. Why are they asking this question? Yes, my mother went to college. My mom is a nurse, and she actually just finished her master's program, and she's probably going to do like a PhD program because she's a super smart lady. So yes, she did. Are your grandparents still married? So one set of my grandparents is still married, and the other ones have been divorced for like, I think since I was a baby, or maybe even since I was like really young. And so it's just always been that way. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. Have you ever taken karate lessons? This is embarrassing, but I went to like one karate lesson when I was younger, and I thought it was so boring that I like didn't want to go back, because like in my little child brain, I was like, we're gonna do some cool shit. Like we're gonna punch and kick and break boards and stuff. And then we get in there and it's just like really just lame stuff. Like it was not cool. So me and my cousin were like, I'm out. Like I'm not doing this anymore. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? So this is really hard. Oh my gosh. Well, Titanic is probably a better movie overall, but like The Notebook is a very different kind of movie. Like it's definitely a deeper love story. But the older I get, the more I watch The Notebook, I'm like, this is kind of a screwed up relationship. Like why didn't they just work things out to begin with? Like it just goes back and forth, and I feel like it's honestly like a really unhealthy relationship. So I'm gonna go with Titanic, because Titanic has a lot more like rich like cultural history and things of that nature, and it's got also like a little bit of like subplots sprinkled in the movie. So I think I'm probably gonna go with Titanic. Have you ever had Indian food? Yes, my favorite Indian food place is in Franklin, Tennessee. And I don't know the name of it, but if you've ever been there, it's like a buffet, but it's like only open for like 2 or 3 hours. And it's really, 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 really good. Like it's a nice restaurant. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's in Franklin, Tennessee. And that's like my favorite Indian food place. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? I don't really have a favorite restaurant. I just love food. It would be really hard for me to pick a favorite restaurant. Like I love food. Like I wish I could show you my whole body. You would see that like how much I love food based on my physique. But I got to the point where I try not to go out too much, but when I do go out to eat, I go to a place that is like a mom and pop place or like a local place. Like I don't like to eat commercialized or like restaurant food that much. That is like, if there's 500 of them, I don't really like them that much, except for Waffle House and Cracker Barrel, because I'm not a snob. Like I'm gonna definitely, like I know something good when I see it, but like I usually go to like local places. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? Yes, I have. Like I don't see why people shit on Olive Garden so much. Olive Garden's not that bad. Like, I mean, obviously it's not real Italian food. That's pretty obvious, but it's pretty good. Do you belong to any warehouse stores like Costco? No, but I was thinking about renewing my Sam's Club membership, because I think that I can find some stuff to sell in there. If you don't normally watch this channel, I'm a reseller, so like places like Sam's Club could probably have something that I could buy to sell. Also, I like Sam's Club's clothes. Like they get really nice clothes, and they also get really good like frozen food. And yeah, like now that I think about it, I should definitely like go back to Sam's Club. Like the only reason I don't have a membership there now is because my mom used to have the membership and I used hers, and then she moved out of the country and then she didn't renew it, and then I just never like went back. So what would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Probably something stupid. I don't know. Like I feel like I'd probably been like an Austin or a Tyler or something of that variety, because it was in the 90s. I was born in 94, so I should ask my mom this. If you have a nickname, what is it? It's Bella. My name's Isabella, so most people call me Bella or Belle Nasty. Just kidding. No one's literally ever called me that ever. A lot of people try to call me different things, and I don't really like it. Like Bella is basically the name that I would pick if I had to just pick a name for life. Isabella is kind of long, and like little kids don't know how to say it, and then old people will wind up calling me Isabel. So it makes me want to like blow my brains out. Yeah, Bella's definitely my nickname. I don't have another nickname, I don't think. You'll have to ask people. There's probably not any good nicknames for me, honestly. There was a kid in school who used to call me Isa Butthole instead of Isabella, which I thought was really clever, but yeah, he's probably not doing so well now, so looks like I'm winning in life. Who's your favorite person in the world? That would be my best friend, Leslie. Obviously, like, I feel really lucky to have a best friend like that, because like whenever that question came up, I'm like, obviously Leslie. Like, if I had to kill everyone else in the world to save her, like, I'd be like, well, sorry guys, you guys are all gonna die today. Like, that's just how it's gonna be. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? So I think it goes without saying that I'm Southern, and I'll probably always be Southern. And every time I go to a city, I like it for the first couple of days, and then I get like really claustrophobic. I like having my yard and my space and my storage and being able to, you know, kind of have a relaxed life. So I definitely would rather live in a more rural area. I don't live in a super rural area, but I definitely live like, you know, there's like cows and stuff nearby and fields and everything that you would typically see in Alabama. Can you whistle? Not that good, but I'll try it. My dogs are coming over here. I'm sorry. My dogs are like, hey, sorry, I wasn't calling you. I guess I can whistle pretty good, so. Do you sleep with a nightlight? No, I actually like to turn all the lights off. I actually put that black masking tape over all the little lights in my room, like on my wireless router and on my TV, because I just don't like any lighting coming through. So definitely don't want a nightlight. Do you eat breakfast every morning? I used to eat breakfast every morning, but I've actually switched to just having like coffee and some protein powder, and I feel like that's holding me over a little bit better than actually having breakfast, because when I eat carbs like early in the day, I feel like I get more hungry. Do you take any pills or medication daily? I feel like this is some nosy ass questions, but no, I don't really take any pills or medication daily. I took some Tylenol earlier because my back started hurting because I'm trying to do squats, but as far as on the regular, no, I don't. What medical conditions do you have? I don't really think I have any medical conditions. I had laser eye surgery because my eyes like do this. See? My eye turns out if I'm not like focused. So I had eye surgery, but like at the same time it's still, see? They also told me I'll have to probably have eye surgery again, so that's fun. How many times have you been to the hospital? Probably 3 times, but for elective procedures. So like, I mean, does that really even count? Like, I went to the ER once because I thought I broke my arm, but they were like, no, you didn't break your arm. And I feel like I was just being a little like dramatic, but it really hurt at the time. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes. I haven't seen Finding Dory though. I don't guess that movie's gonna do too well after how Ellen acted. Where do you buy your jeans? Great question. I only wear jeans from American Eagle because they make short lady jeans and they fit really good because I have a weird frame, like I'm really short and I have a wide waist and thick hips, and it's just hard to find jeans for my body type, so I wear exclusively American Eagle. American Eagle, if you see this and you want to sponsor me, please, you know, reach out. What's the last compliment that you got? Ooh, I don't know, honestly. I don't really get that many compliments. People always tell me that I smell good. I mean, so does that count? Yeah, definitely someone told me that I always smell good, and I was like, damn, that's nice. But I always put on a shitload of perfume, so that's probably why, because I'm afraid I'll stink, because I'm self-conscious. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Not really. I've never really remembered my dreams. What flavor tea do you enjoy? I love chai tea. I also love the, I think it's called lemon loaf tea by Tazo. I don't know. I would say Tazo, but I love their lemon loaf tea, and they have some other good. They have a vanilla bean macaroon tea that I really love. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I'm gonna say less than 20 because I have one of those shoe organizers that hangs over the door and it's not full. And that also includes my house shoes. I have like 3 or 4 pairs of house shoes, like honestly, but I work from home. So why would I not like want to have an ample supply of house shoes because I work in my house? What religion would you raise your child to practice? Oh, this is a really thought-provoking question. I'm not really religious. Like, I'm spiritual. No, I grew up in a super conservative, like, Southern Baptist church, and so it just kind of made me like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to think about going to hell every single day. So I'm more like in touch with God in my own way, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I don't really know. I probably would just raise them to be critical thinkers. Is that a good answer? How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I was probably 10 or so. And this is really funny because my mom was telling me I can't believe you still believed, and I'm sorry I didn't, when she finally broke the news to me, I was so upset. I bawled and cried. And then I was like, I guess you want me to find out now that God's not real too. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Santa Claus ruined God for me. Maybe this is all tying in together. This is the last question, and it's a really shitty question. It just says, why do you have a Tumblr? First of all, I don't have a Tumblr, but if I did, it would be for porn. Because Tumblr used to be for porn, but now there's no porn on Tumblr. So, it kind of honestly killed itself as a platform. I don't really know why they did that. I'm not sure who bought Tumblr, but I know that a lot of people used to have strict, straight up porn accounts, but those are gone now. So, wow, this has been 50 questions you've never been asked before. Hopefully you guys were entertained. I am going to start making more videos just to practice and get outside myself because I have terrible anxiety and some depression sprinkled in there. So I wanted to take this moment to use my special ass tripod and ring light that I purchased and try to get outside myself. And this actually made me feel somewhat better. So thanks for listening and watching. If there's a video idea that you have for me, please leave it in the comment section below. And please also subscribe. Love to get new subscribers. I don't know why anyone subscribes to me because the content is sporadic and crazy, but hey, I appreciate all the subscribers and followers. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.